Welcome to beautiful Athens, Georgia, and today we're going to be talking about accessing a tree. I'm John Ashley Reese, the Operations and Production Manager for New Urban Forestry. The first part about accessing the canopy of a tree is we need to set our climb line. Our climb line is stored within this handy-dandy foldable cube. Within that handy-dandy cube, we have about 200 foot of throw line. On the end of that throw line, we have a weighted ball that we throw up and over the branch that we're going to use to access the tree with. Next, we need to get our climb line into the tree. We'll take our climb line, throw it onto our throw line, and we'll pull our throw line down, which pulls our rope up and over the crotch. Now our climb line is set. We have multiple ways to access the tree. We will talk about all of those today, but right now I'm showing you how to tie a basil tie for an SRT, a single rope technique access method. A basil anchor consists of a running bowline with a Yosemite tie-off. Yosemite is a backup so that we know that the knot will not come untied when we're in the tree. We take the knot, we wrap it around the tree to make the basil anchor more secure. Next, we'll use our body weight to test our anchor point to make sure that our climb line and tree will hold us. Once we got our system set into the tree, we're gonna go ahead and get suited up, get ready to climb up in the tree. Here I'm putting on my chest harness, and then I'm putting on my climb saddle. This is a work positioning saddle. As you can see, it has nice big thick pads because we hang out inside of our saddle quite a bit. Also, the leg straps are nice and thick. We hook those up, hook up the other side, and then we will have suspenders that go over to hold our belt up when we put lots of weight, as in a chainsaw, onto our saddle. Go ahead and check, make sure everything is secure. Right now, we're going to climb on some spikes. This was one of the first methods of accessing a tree back in the day. As you can tell, we're climbing a live tree right now. This is a tree that is slated for removal. This method requires a climb line to be set high within the canopy, and then utilizing your secondary safety lanyard to hold yourself close to the tree. Most times when climbing on spikes, you have a double rope system. As you can see, I'm tending the slack to access the tree. One of the downfalls of spiking a tree is your lanyard gets stuck on branches on the backside of the tree, and you have to get them off working yourself around. Just a second ago, you heard me talk about a double rope technique, or DRT. A double rope technique is a closed system where the rope goes up and over a branch, comes back down, and you hook into that same rope. A double rope system consists of a hitch climber pulley, a prusik, and 2 carabiners. The way you access a tree in a double rope system is a couple different methods. You can utilize the hip thrust technique as seen here. The hip thrust technique allows you to access the tree somewhat efficiently. But once again, for every foot that you climb on the rope, you're only going up into the tree 6 inches because of the doubled over system. In the tree, you would like to use a friction saver so you're not messing up the cambium of the tree. A second technique in the double rope system is a foot lock method. That way you're using your feet to pull down your line as you pull yourself up. As you can tell the difference here in the hip thrust, it takes 2 hip thrusts, 3 hip thrusts, and I will use my hand to pull out the extra slack. In a foot lock method, your feet actually pull the slack through your system instead, which is a pro. One of the cons within foot lock technique is it takes really good technique to access the tree. A con of double rope system is it's very, very, very taxing on your body. It uses a lot of energy and tires you out quite quickly. Next, we're going to set up for SRT, or a single rope technique. This system utilizes foot ascenders, knee ascenders, and your chest harness. This system is super efficient. It requires a basal anchor or a canopy anchor where your rope is tied up into the top of the tree. Both systems have their pros and cons. This is a mechanical prusik called a rope runner. The rope is fed through it. The mechanical prusiks are a newer invention in the tree care industry. This has been out about 4 years. As you will see, I'm going to get it set, go ahead and test it and make sure that it's not going to come down. You can see minimal pressure on top of the bird, and the mechanical prusik releases, allowing you to go down the rope. I'm going to go ahead and test my rope and system again. As you can see in this, I have a knee ascender that I just hooked up. I have a foot ascender on my left foot. It's a super efficient, it's a single rope, so it's not moving within the tree. No friction saver required. For every foot that I climb of rope, I go up a foot. Super fast, not worn out when I get into the tree. You can go up quite quickly. I know in competitions, guys are climbing 50, 60 feet in about 10 seconds. Here you can see me walking up the rope rather easily, not breathing hard. Here I am, once I've accessed the canopy of the tree. We're going to do a small limb walk, making our way out onto a branch to either make prune cuts or to remove parts of the tree for house clearance. Once I make my way to the end of a branch, I will utilize my climb rope and or my lanyard to be tied in twice. Make our cuts. We are tied in every time twice before we make any cuts, be it with a handsaw and most definitely with a chainsaw. One thing we want to do is make sure that everybody below us knows that we're making cuts in the tree. We use a command and response system. Right now I'm saying stand clear. Jesse on the ground is going to respond with all clear. Once everybody's on the same page, we'll go ahead and drop whatever we make our cuts out of the tree. Stand clear, all clear. Material's falling on the ground. Go ahead, undo my lanyard, work my way back into the tree. Sometimes when we're in the tree, we have to work multiple different areas. Right now, I'm going to work into that lead, going out to our right, working my way back in, taking up slack. I'm on a single rope system, a basal tie, so you can kind of see my rope over to the left beside you. I'm going to swing out and over as we work our way up. We'll work our way over. We're going to remove a couple small branches, and then we will redirect down and out of the tree. I have my lanyard on, as you can see down at the bottom of the screen. Right now I'm working my rope to where I'm going to redirect down This is the ground view as I worked my way up and through the canopy. And there we are, coming down, a nice controlled descent. And here's a better view of a nice controlled descent.